Hi guys, and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play series. Today, we have several things we're going to get handled, which I have on my board over here, fortunately. First up is building out the dock some more. I built a literal dock last episode in that direction, but I never got around to actually, putting out some of the buildings. And today we're just going to be building like a couple storehouses, maybe like a dock master's house right next door, stuff like that. Maybe get rid of the lava pool, because it's kind of pointless. Stuff like that. We're also going to begin digging out the area for the Fae, which I put in the park, which again I'll show off once we get over there and we're done talking to people. But basically we're just going to start digging the staircase out and maybe making it look half decent. Because the Fae are going to need somewhere to live, and I don't know how well, how much they want to stay up here with all of us. And if they can have their own, proper place to hunker down and do it with what they please, I'm pretty sure they'd be far happier with that. Let's see. We're also going to be building out the graveyard, which would be right next door. Or at least that's the idea. I might change that. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, the graveyard will just be for people because, honestly, we will eventually need it. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But, yeah, that's the main thing we're going to be doing today. And we're going to go over there, momentarily. And that ferret's still stuck inside my house. Anyways, we're going to go talk to people. Hello. Ah, so you finally hatched. I guess, I'm presuming, I had a sniffer egg, but I just never hatched it, and now you've hatched. Who knew? They give you a little wave. Hello. I don't want to punch you by accident. The sniffer seems to be sniffing the ground intently. Okay. Neat. Alright, well, let's go and talk with people, and, what in the Sam hell is that? Well, we'll find out soon enough, I guess. But, let's do this. Alright. Hello, sir. The priestess wishes to speak with you. She was rather insistent despite my efforts to turn her away. Yeah, I can see that. Great. I see. Is she the one who complained when we offered a compromise? Yes, she is. The one who initially demanded we help with construction. Be careful, sir. She's most likely here to complain about me alongside many other things, such as who we let stay in the village. A lot more of our more unique residents are out and about, and she seems to be less than tolerant type. Yeah, I really, really want her to leave. Sadly, unlike Animal Crossing, where you can beat them over the head with a net until they decide that, yeah, we really don't want to live here, I can't do that. Good to know. Remind me later. I need to talk to you about something. Speaking of the whole, different unique members of our village, we should probably bring Silver at least into the know. That way she doesn't kill the troll. I will, sir. Let's hope the goddess is on your side today. I'm gonna need all the divine power I need. I really don't like people like this. Ah, you must be the lord of this village. I need to have a word with you. Yes, I'm the lord of this village. What about? Several things, but of most importance is the matter of the monster folk. Why are they allowed in this village, much less allowed to live in it? They align themselves with the one of shadow and ice, the great betrayer. They do not belong here. They are a threat to the worshippers of the goddess. I must demand that they must convert to the ways of the goddess or be removed from the village as soon as possible. This must be done. Okay, who the heck do you think you are? Yeah, I'm sorry, no. That's not going to happen on both fronts. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Then what are you going to do? They are a threat to all who follow the one true way. They are a problem that must be handled. Hard disagree. This is the excuse that everyone's ever made, ever, in the history of everything. No, they are not. And if you don't like it, then leave. No one is forcing you to stay here. This is far from over, she says angrily. Yeah, well, I disagree. Have fun. I got other shit to do with my life. Well, I have a feeling I now know what that building is. But, yeah. It's a shame that Dane is busy helping build the church. Yeah, but there isn't much we can do about it. And it is really important to him, so we'll just have to wait. I guess Dane is your dwarven buddy. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that be. Hello? See, sister? This place is great. Yeah, I'm sure it is, till we get chased out of town when people find out what we are. Okay. That's not ominous at all. But honestly, like, the Garnet's new shop is looking pretty fantastic, especially at nighttime. With, like, those toys inside. That actually looks amazing, honestly. Can't wait till there's more shops around here to fill out the corners of the village. But we're getting to where we need to go. Even if it is dark out. And I need to sleep. But, yeah. I'll get to here. I'll talk to them in a bit. I need a moment to just recalibrate my brain. But yeah, the plan is to start actually building out here. And, yeah. Long story short, I just, again, laid out some basic paths, some basic stuff here and there. But I plan to, like, build a house here. Sort of like a dockmaster's house, the one who runs the docks and stuff like that. You know, someone who keeps track of shit. I'm gonna have to drain this. I needed to do it eventually, but I've been kind of putting it off. And I'm gonna show off the other place where we're gonna be working on. Alright, come on. Just sleep. Sleep the day away. Alright, come on. Up here? Because last episode we did all this, if you didn't know. And honestly, I really like how it turned out. But, in here, and I think I showed this off. I think I did. Is where we decided to build our lovely little secret entrance, which will eventually go down deep into the ground. And I'll find a way to light it up somehow. But the idea is basically to be like a little hidden world, a little crevice, if you will. So, yeah, that's the plan at least. So, and I think the graveyard is going to be like right next door. I think. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to check with these people what they're doing. But, yeah, I also had to grow a lot of vines. This was just the easiest way to do it. Bada bing, bada boom. But I'm thinking like around here maybe. Just so that way it can be like a little quiet, reserved area. And I think, yeah. Because I don't really have any plans for this spot. And I wanted it to be more nature around here. Which, again, I might plant some trees and do some work on that. Maybe not to the same extent as this, but we'll see. But yeah, the plan is for like a graveyard over here. And it will be sort of connected here. And I'll probably connect the path up. Who knows? We'll see. You know. Wonders never cease. But that is the plan. But we gotta go talk to the people over here. Alright. Hobbity hop, hobbity hip. Let's get over there real quick. Alright. Let's see what people are up to. Gotta make sure this is the best we can be. We have to make a good impression. Alright, interesting. Well, my name is Delg. Pleasure to meet ya. I don't think we've formally met. My name's Bernard. What might yours be? Okay, people are just gathering around. Alright, the other priestess. This should be interesting. It's a shame that I couldn't convince the lads to come pitch in, but I get where they're coming from. Fair enough. I think, yeah, you must be Dane. That's, I guess, they have their reasons for not helping. But, what are you guys up to? It's going to be so nice having a church people can go to and pray to the goddess. I guess you're right. I guess some people are more enthusiastic than others. Well, I have some questions, and you seem like the more reasonable of the two, so let's just chat with you. Hello there, Lord Pookletons. How might it be of service to you? I have some questions if you have some time. I will try my best to answer your questions to the best of my ability, whatever they might be. Alright then, first question I feel like is important. Is it normal for there to be multiple priestesses in one village? Yes and no. Normally in smaller villages there would only be one priestess, although in large cities there could be multiple priestesses and temple staff to help run the church. For your village, I would say one should be enough to handle the responsibilities with help from local practitioners or acolytes. Fair enough, I guess. Good to know. And out of the two of you, who do you think will be sticking around? Might as well ask that question. Please not be the fucking pain in the butt. Hard to say if I'm honest. If possible, I would love to stay and run this place. But it will most likely be up to our teacher. If not her, then you will be asked to choose. I see. Good to know. That's all for now. I got other shit I gotta go do. I'm glad I was able to help you, and I hope the goddess is with you. Alright, well, that's... yeah, thank you. Bye. I'm just gonna leave that well enough alone. And we're just gonna get over here. But yeah, we're gonna start building over here now that we're over with that. But I will be back momentarily. Bop, bop, and we're back. And I'm ready to show off what I've been working on. It did take a bit longer than intended, because I did kind of get sidetracked, and I will show you what got me so sidetracked. And some of the project isn't done yet. It's just going to be one of those work in progress, and whittle away at it as I see fit. But we're going to cross over here instead of going across the bridge, because, partially because I don't have a bridge here, nor do I plan to make one, but also to show off my creation. Or at least my very simple build that probably has a ton of tutorials, knowing how pathetically inefficient it is. Anyways, this is my bulk washer, and the reason I need it will be explained later. But to simplify, it's just here because I need to clean certain raw materials, and it's a lot faster than smelting. Plus, it gives me other materials for it. And I need gunpowder. And if we just go and look over here... gunpowder. You can make it if you get luminous nether ash, but I don't know how to do that without going to the nether. Then there's other ways, like with sulfur, which again requires me to go find Alex's cave, a very particular Alex cave to do so. And then there's this, the bulk washer, which gives you a 25% chance whenever you wash a piece to get you a piece of gunpowder. Sadly, I did not get enough to be justifiable for how long this took me. I also tried to use the bulk washer for a different item, which honestly, it just turned out to be better to just go harvest in the wild. Clay, which gives you a 25% chance, yet it felt like a way less. Which again, you can make sand by crushing gravel, and gravel by crushing cobble. A pretty simple, standard affair. Long story short, I did not get enough TNT for what I needed. And I will show you what I needed the TNT for. And or the bricks. But, yeah, let's just run down this way. And let's get into it. But, yeah, as you can see, I've made a small expansion. This is basically where the graveyard is. I haven't put trees in yet, because I haven't decided what kind I want there. I want to do maybe a different type of tree, considering I've used a lot of tree types I like already. And I don't want it to feel samey. But in here is basically where the little graveyard I wanted to build is, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty simple. It's not meant to be overly complicated. It's just meant to be a place where, you know, you can bury some of your dead. But, yeah. And if we go over here, we're going to show you what I needed the TNT for, but didn't get enough to justify using it, which I only got like 11 pieces, which is not a lot. It's a very small amount, and I would need to make an industrial one just to justify making the gunpowder. But if we go in here, I didn't get everything I wanted done for this. Again, I'm going to have to return to this project another time, because this took me way too long for what I got done. But I managed to build up a bit of a tunnel. And, yeah. I didn't quite get to making the stairs down here because, again, we're going to need TNT. And the reason being, once I hollow this out a bit more, again, I'm not quite happy with how big this is. Might expand it a bit more. But that's a future me problem to deal with, because it's already big as fuck, and I'm going to need to get a lot of dirt to fill this out, and yada yada. You get the general idea. Plus, I've got to make this somehow, you know, a little bit bigger. But we'll see. The idea is using TNT to sort of make natural cave formations, just so that way it looks a bit more natural, instead of trying to do it by hand, which would take not only forever, but also be crazy inefficient and or difficult to do. But I will come back to this project. I do need to hollow it out a bit more. But, you know, time was kind of pressing, and I wanted to get this out sooner rather than later. I have a habit of postponing videos, and it's one I'm trying to break. But, yes, if we go up here, again, I plan to make a proper mechanical door. We'll see, you know, maybe I'll make it timed to a particular, like, a daylight sensor, so it opens at certain hours. Unless you have, like, a manual inside override. That could be cool. But it's something I will have to mess around with another time. But, yeah, so, Silver, you're here. Hoorah. Anyways. Yeah, I'll show off this off in a moment. Hello, I believe you said you wished to have a word with me when we last talked. I did. Kind of forgot about that, not gonna lie. But I should probably just tell them and get it over with. Yeah, there is something I do wish to talk to you about. Fair enough, but before that, I feel I must give a report on the portal. It is nearly done repairing itself. We have several guards keeping an eye on it in case it opens. If it does, you will be informed immediately. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. I see. Good to know. But on to the point, we may have a few new residents that you're unaware of. Please don't be mad. Sir, I'm going to need you to explain as I am confused. Okay, Silver, I'm going to be blunt with you just one time, because it's necessary. Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's a troll, and yeah. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I see. Well, that does explain some things some things, although it complicates things a bit. But I will try my best to help in any way I am able. But I must ask to meet these individuals as soon as I can, to make sure no problems come about or mix-ups. But that can wait for now. If that's all you wish to chat about, then then I will get back to my patrol around the village. I really can't talk. I just really can't today. But, yeah, okay. I'll have to talk to Garnet about that and get them on board with that. But, anyways, we're going to show off what took so long. Which was mostly these three buildings, which are kind of standard and plain, but that was the goal I was going for. They're just meant to be somewhere where people who bring in cargo can store it, and, you know, it's safe, it's waterproof, yada yada. Pretty standard fare stuff. Basically, they're just meant to be nice little simple storehouses where people store their goods before they're shipped off or shipping in stuff, where the boats will be eventually. Which, again, I will eventually need to make a boat or two just to fill this place out. But that's a future me thing, because, yeah, that's just going to take some time for me to get to a design that I actually like. Speaking of designs I actually like, these two. Which, honestly, I really like how this house came out together. It's slightly different than what I've done in the past in terms of builds. And I like it in terms of it feels compact and yet somehow spacious at the same time. And I do like what I did with the stairs. It's different than I normally would have done. And I kind of like it for that reason. But it's pretty bog standard other than some basic feature changes here and there. But then again, that's just how I build things in general. Has a nice little back door here where people can, you know, do stuff. Leave the house secretively if need be. But that brings us to this, which is our ship-making yard, or building. I don't really know what they're called. I can't recall off the top of my head. But basically the area where people construct the ships. And I do plan to decorate it, probably next episode, or off-camera, one of the two. Depends on how, you know, crazy I'm feeling. But basically they just have these, you know, dry docks where they can work on the ships, and, yeah. Honestly, it looks pretty nice. I might make a partially built ship in here at one point, or something like that. But basically, I'm very proud with how this building came together. Its color scheme is nice. It has a nice dark, but not, you know, foreboding look. It has a very, like, not standout-ish look, which is what I was hoping for. I also worked on this, which is basically supposed to be a plaza area. A much bigger one, because in hindsight, my one over there is kind of bad, and I might remove it and put it over here. We'll see. Probably not. I am kind of lazy. But the idea is basically this is where, like, all the goods coming in from the ships would, you know, sell their wares, foreign goods, and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, it looks pretty darn good, all things considered. I do like how this all turned out. It will need some revising and a little bit of touches here and there, but honestly, I like how this came together, all things considered. But let's check in on these guys. Just, you know, making sure that they're okay and not getting into any trouble. You know, the fun stuff. Be careful up there, Dad. Okay. Fair enough, he's up there. Where? I guess some of the people just went home. They did their part. But, looks like they still got some help. What's going up here? Dane. Oh, you're right. They have been great partners and even better friends to me. Perhaps with time we can earn that trust. Fair enough. I'll leave that be for now. But, yeah. With that being said, sadly that is as much time as we do have for today. Next episode, we'll work on shoring up some defenses. I don't really know, if I'm being honest. But if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment down below, and we'll prepare for whatever madness comes next. With that being said, hope you guys have a great day. Bye! As you can see, sir, we've managed to move many of the assets as you requested. What do you wish for us to do next? That is simple. Take the Forsaken Cub and release it nearby the village. It will do the rest in time. As you command, sir, it shall be done.